fantasizing about your love. Every night, every day. Feels so good to me.
Just a request to all the invited guests, kindly give preference to our media friends to take their seats and then we take our seats. Thank you.
Every night, every day. Feels so good to me. You got me fantasizing about your love. Every night, every day. Feels so good to me. You got me fantasizing about your love. Every night, every day. Feels so good to me. You got me fantasizing about your love. lot of regrets. I don't have a 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 lot of regrets.
Check 1, 2, 3, check.
Since I never had it before.
Steering is very light to handle in the city.
It has a very nice turning radius.
The car has a multi-drive mode feature.
Have a dedicated space for my handbag.
I like the armrest which is located and the under thigh support.
Reversers also, I mean, it's very easy since you have cameras at both ends.
Oh, we've been waiting for this.
Whatever you expect in this segment, it is there. Adil was the most enjoyable part.
चलाने भी मजा आया मेरे को.
I would like to buy this car.
I think a 9.5 out of 10.
This car gets the thumbs up.
9 out of 10.
9?
In terms of passenger comfort, I'd rate it 10 out of 10.
Driver's awesome. Car is amazing.
It's a fantastic car.
Morning, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us. First of all, we are in the middle of a festive season, so season greetings to each one of you. There's Durga Puja celebration, there's Navratri, there's for South Indians like me, Golu festival, there is Dandiya, so host of festivities around. And for us also, it is a very festive time as we get into a very special launch, a very special milestone event for us. But before that, few housekeeping announcements. Requesting my photographer friends to kindly bear with us till the photo call happens. You're going to get enough opportunities. As you can see, there is a ramp that is built very nicely, so on either side you can park yourself when the photo call happens. Video journalist friends, do wait for your call. You'll be called specially on the stage for the sound bites, so do bear with us. There's enough of opportunities. Before I get into, and obviously very critical, kindly keep your cell phone switched off or on silent to avoid any kind of inconvenience to your fellow colleagues. Before I get into the proceedings, I have two announcements, or rather, let's say, apologize on two aspects. First, the last 48 hours in Mumbai have been really eventful. The inclement weather, one was really not sure as to how things were going to turn out. We had plans for a very interesting outdoor event, given the kind of car that we are launching, but unfortunately that couldn't happen, so we had to change the venue. And hence, we had to move to ITC Maratha, but thank you so very much for coming in such large numbers. The second one is that we've got special apologies being sent on this because our chairman, Mr. N. Chandrasekharan, chairman for Tata Sons and Tata Motors, he was extremely keen in attending this event, and so much that he had aligned his schedule. But unfortunately, an unplanned commitment related to today's Tata Sons AGM has come up, because of which he is unable to attend. So obviously, apologies on the second count for that. But having said that, trust me, we have an exciting lineup of activities for you. A great firework of activity, I would say, because we also have a specially choreographed performance by none other than India's best choreographer, Shamak Davar and his company. A little about that later. So let's get into action. The last 18 months for Tata Motors has been extremely eventful. We took you on a fantastico journey with the launch of our hatchback Tiago. We then got your adrenaline pumped with a power-packed and feature-loaded lifestyle SUV of our Hexa. We explored the new world of style with Tigor. And now, the time has come for us to get into a different level, or what we call experience level next. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Nexon. A bold, a modern, a statement, and also a challenge from Tata Motors in the growing SUV segment. To tell you more about this, obviously we have spokespeople from Tata Motors, and I will first hand it over to Mayank Parekh to tell you more about Tata Motors' journey in the passenger vehicle segment and what Nexon means to us. Over to you, Mayank.
Friends from the media, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen,
Good morning and very warm welcome to all of you. Today, as per Hindu calendar, New Year starts. Today, as Suresh mentions, is the beginning of many festivities. We add the Nexon festivity to that. In fact, our festivities started almost 16 months back. In 16 months, we launched 3 cars, and in another hour, we launched another car. So 4 cars in 16 months is a lot to go. Let's see what is all this about. Little update about on the market. I think last 4 years, in first 3 years, the growth was a little tepid. Last year, it picked up, and industry grew by 12%. What is driving this industry? Many times, people ask me, what are the triggers? Why the industry suddenly it has started growing with 12%? This year, I expect it to be high double-digit growth. I think the key reasons for this would be general economic growth. Some people say economy is growing at 5%, 7%, 8%. Some say 8.5%. But there's a unanimity that India is the fastest growing large economy across the world. And that's the driver, because with rising GDP, income rises, young, empowered, economically empowered generation is the recipe for growth and consumption. That's one thing. Second thing is, okay, you are in Mumbai and you would know that what's happening on the roads. Monsoon has been good. It started well, then in between it has slowed down a little bit. I think it picked up. Monsoon, according to me, although contribution of agriculture to the GDP is not very big, it's around 17, 18%, depending on what figure you take. But the fact is that bad monsoon creates bad vibes. It creates bad sentiments, and bad sentiments is bad for our business. So good monsoon. In fact, I joke with my friends that every drop I see dropping, I see one extra car sold. So despite the discomfort we have been facing for the last 2 days, I think it's good for the economy. So it's a good driver. Roads are getting constructed. Again, Bombay is not a great example to give a testimony to this statement, but across the country, I think road infrastructure construction has picked up sharply. In fact, original claim that looked 30 kilometers per year construction, at that time it looked odd, but I think it's happening now. And finally, the fourth key driver is availability of finance. As you know, most of you know that 70-odd% cars are sold when people take loan. Last few years, the interest rates have been benign, and it's expected they could go down further. But I think even current rates are benign, considering that there was a time when the car interest used to be in the range of 20-25%. I think current 9-10% is quite comfortable. And also, very importantly, the loan is available. Liquidity is good, and anybody who wants to take a loan, I think is available provided he or she is creditworthy. So I think all those 4 triggers are very, very positive place in Indian context, and that's why we see a very robust industrial growth in automotive industrial growth in last 2-3 years, especially last year, and this year continues. Let's see against this backdrop how Tata Motors has performed. I'm very pleased to share with you that last 5 quarters, we have outperformed the market by significant margin. Last year, while industry grew by around 9%, we grew by 22.3%. And this year also in first five months, while industry has grown by around 6 to 8%, we have grown by 11 to 12%. So it's a good news, and we think we'll continue to build on that. Even this year, Q1 to Q2, there's a growth of more than 26%. And when we finish this quarter, I think we'll be looking at 30-odd% growth. So I think this is a very good sign for us. And this gives us a confidence that the festivities which I just mentioned that started 16 months back will continue. What led to this growth? According to us, I think first is we started introducing new products based on new product philosophy, new design philosophy. We started, the first introduction we did was of Tata Tiago. On 6th of April, 2016, we introduced in India Tata Tiago. And in fact, for us, it was more than a car. And in a minute, I'll tell you why more than a car. It was a car, but more than the car, we are introducing a completely new design philosophy. We're introducing a design philosophy which we call as impact philosophy. Very bold, exciting, cool, distinctive road presence. The whole idea was that even if you see from 100 meters, you should be able to say that's a Tata car. That is the statement you should make on the road. In fact, when we were launching Tiago, a lot of people asked, they told to us, a lot of experts, that you are the last to enter in one of the most competitive markets, which is a fact. We are entering the last to enter the most competitive market. How will you succeed? Our confidence was born on the fact that this car has a very distinct presence, road presence. It is feature loaded, and we will be marketing in a very aggressive manner. I think it turned out to be good. We started from modest volume of 2,000 to 3,000 per month. Last month, we crossed 7,000 vehicles on road. I think it's a good first time after a long time, not first time, after a long time, a Tata car started figuring in top 10 vehicle selling in this country. Tiago was the most rewarded car last year. Some say 18, some say 19, some say 17, so I stayed in the middle of the number. 18 awards were received. I think it was very satisfying that despite being last, despite all those things which people talk, this car has done so well. There are more than 75,000 cars we have sold, more than 1.2 lakh bookings this car collected, and growing from strength to strength. We launched another car on 18th of January 2017, Tata Hexa. This was a very different challenge. We were launching in a very different price bracket, the premium pricing we were doing. We were launching in SUV segment, where for a long time we were not there. So a lot of people said, how will you make people believe that you can launch such a good car? So we changed the logic on its head. We say, let people come, test, and then convey for themselves. We created something called Hexa Experience Centers across the country. As of now, I think we are done in 21, 22 cities. These are specially created places where customer can come and drive the car in a SUV setting. We also had expert driver who can help them in experiencing SUV setting. With this, we introduced a new concept of experiential marketing. Idea was that instead of ourselves shouting from rooftop that this is a great car, can we invite a large number of people? Can we invite potential customer to see for themselves, experience for themselves, and we will not do hard selling. People will actually endorse their product. I think going is good. As we speak, I think last week we crossed 10,000 vehicles on road, which is a good number. Last month itself, we sold 1,700 vehicles, which is in this segment among the highest any car sells. And very importantly, the most what we sell, I think 65 to 70% of this product goes in the top end variant. So everything which was considered a risk was proven wrong, and I think car has taken off. So that was Tata Hexa. We didn't stop that. There, on 29th March 2017, we launched another car, Tigor. Now, this was a very different challenge. We were entering a market that was declining. So that was a challenge. How do you do? And when we did customer insight cleaning, what we noticed was that customers were not buying compact sedans because they find them very boring. They actually find it compromising. And that's where our customer insight said that we have offering which is not a compromise, which is exciting, which is designed as a sedan. Most of the other cars were with a hatchback with a box. This was designed as a sedan. And I think despite, immediately after the launch, we had that confusion regarding GST, but despite that, this car has started taking off. In fact, last month, this was the second highest car selling in this segment. So these are 3 cars we launched within 1 year. But product gives you only one aspect. Product is the actually most visible face of yours in the market. But there are other things you need to do. We have been slowly but surely growing our network. In a country like India with such vast expanded humanity, in fact, there are more than 360,000 villages. There are 3,800 odd talukas, and you need to cover them. So we expanded. We actually expanded geographically. We increased penetration within the cities, and also we started improving quality of our network in terms of manpower training, upgrading, et cetera, et cetera. Just last 2 years, we have added more than 200 outlets. We expect that by 2020-21 or before, we'll cross more than 1,200 outlets. Not only that, we are exploring possibilities of digital showroom. We are exploring possibility of creating virtual showrooms. Idea being that instead of expecting customers to come to you, can we go to the places where customer exists? So we are taking a lot of steps in this direction, and very shortly you'll start seeing a lot of movement on the ground. So that was network. So we saw product, we saw network. Third big aspect and third big pillar for creating a brand success is customer experience. And again, here I'm really humbly proud of the fact that we have taken rapid strides in this. We follow JD Power model of customer satisfaction. We used to be among the last in the pecking order till 2011, but as you can see on this slide, every year we have been improving. Last year, in fact, our score was the second highest score with 888 points out of 1,000, which actually is a matter of pride. It is a matter of pride for two reasons: that JD Power also acknowledged that Tata Motor is the fastest improving company in terms of customer satisfaction, and also the fact that the gap between Tata Motors and the leader on CSI, which used to be more than 100 points few years back, has come down to only 13 points. So I think we are number second, so we try harder. And we try harder to make sure that we continue and improve on this. Fourth pillar, so product, network, service. Fourth pillar is your brand perception. We acknowledge that over the years there was some challenge with our brand, but we started work with the new products, new communication, new touch points. I think we found improvement. And as you can see on this slide, we saw rapid improvements in our Net Promoter Score. Net Promoter Score is the difference of how many people are promoting your product and what percentage of people are detracting your products. I think if you see this slide on the screen in front of you, 2 years back we had a Net Promoter Score of minus 11, 12. What it means is there are more people who are talking bad about you than good about you. And now we have plus 12, last quarter results of plus 12. Actually, I have never seen any brand growing that much in such a 2 year short time. So I think directionally we are okay, and we are picking up speed on that. Growing, as I said, we are outperforming the market, but are we happy? I think no. We have improved our market rank from 7th to 5th or 4th, depends on month. But we are confident, and we think that we'll further improve this. The confidence is born out of the fact that if you see the slide in front of you, today we cover only 59 or 60% of the market. So major segments of the market like premium hatches, bigger sedans, bigger UVs, compact SUV, we are not there. In 1 hour, we'll be there in the compact SUV. That adds around 10-11% market to us, which means that we will be covering around 70% of the market. Now, that's a very good news for any new manufacturer, because if you create customers for life, where do they upgrade from? So our stated objective is that by 2020, we should be covering 95% of the market. That brings me to the celebrity of today, the Tata Nexon. Around 8 weeks back, we created a media center, social media center, to really understand what customers are talking about when they talk about Nexon. And we created some quick buzzwords. People say it is bold. People say it is exciting. They say it is discontinuous. They say it is cool. And actually, these words almost mirror what the new Gen X or millennial talks about. That gives us a very good insight that you have a product which you designed, of course, for this young generation, but it resonates with those type of people. Increasingly, we are finding that our age profile of Tata customer is coming down. Today, I think 65% customers are less than 35 years old, which actually mirrors the India's demography, which is a good sign. Historically, we were and we are very strong in the fleet segment, but fleet segment used to account for almost 35, 40, 50% of our sales, depending on different months. Now, our individual customers are finding preference for Tata products, which is a very, very good sign. Going forward, we'll build big on this. So you saw Tata Nexon, young profile. You saw that 81, 83% customers who are buying Tata car are actually individual or families, not the fleet owners. This is where actually we find sync with the new age customer. Who are these Gen X customers? What are their traits? I think some of the traits which come out by our survey are these are the people who work hard and play hard. For them, a car is not just a thing to go from point A to B, it reflects their personality. These people are experimentative, they are ambitious, they are bold. These are the people who won't wait for tomorrow to consume. If they have a demand, they'll buy. They show dichotomous behavior, as in the morning they will go to temple with their grandmother, at night they will go with their girlfriend to a disc. This is the young India. So we have got a car which we think reflects these type of ethos. A car which is for everyone. For those who are young at heart, those who want to live it up. For those who want to live, not just live. Before we go to to explain this philosophy, who are these customers, I request Moodevi to be played. We think with this, the next is on. We think with this, next level is on. And friends, that's next on for all of you. Thank you so much. God bless us. Can we have the AV, please?
Morning, everybody. It's again a pleasure to present the next level of SUV to all of you. We saw that the market has had a fairly robust growth in the last few years. But what's interesting is it's the SUV category which has really driven this growth. So much so that this year the SUV has become the #2 segment in the industry, just after the hatchback segment and overtaking the sedan segment. Within the SUV category, we have something called the compact SUV, which has set a blazing rate of growth. It has grown 5 times in the last 4 years. And we see that overall, there's a huge change in preferences from the customer's side. So what has really changed? What is causing this level of disruption in terms of body style preference? We think there are 2 big changes. Firstly, a younger customer is coming into the car ownership cycle. Customers are getting younger, more demanding, as we just saw in this beautiful AV. But also, we are seeing a lot of change in the mindset of the Indian customer. What is changing? Firstly, life priorities are changing. Customers are investing money, time, energy into life experiences. No longer are they investing and dreaming for material possessions. They dream of going to new countries, discovering new cultures, which enriches the mind. Motivations have changed. Customers want to invest time in doing things that they are passionate about. They want to excel in things that interest them, and they do not want to get stuck in mundane careers, mundane jobs. And all this has actually changed the definition of success. Today, individual success is getting less important. People want to really make a difference to society, to a larger group of people. And it is this mindset where the customer wants to live a larger life which is actually being reflected in the increasing choice of SUV as a body style. So what does this mean? It is to this kind of a demanding customer who is very evolved, who is very perceptive, who is very discerning that the Nexon has been created. So to be able to kind of win this customer, the Nexon has to deliver really exceptionally well, much better than what products are available in the market. And we call this, as we said, level Nex. So with Nexon, we have actually a level Nex across a various set of baskets, be it design, performance, powertrain, connectivity, or safety. We believe it's beyond the best in the market, and as we call it, level Nex. We start with design. We call it level Nex design. What the Nexon has done is actually breaken the box of the boxy silhouette of the traditional SUV. It's added to it the charm and the sportiness of a coupe silhouette to give a completely eye-popping kind of design. When you see the car later, you'll realize how good it looks. And I use the word eye-popping because that's the kind of reactions we have seen in the market. Right across the Nexon, right as you go around the car, you will see various elements that adds to this impact of design that we talk about. It's got a very, very unique dual-tone color in the roof. We call it Sonic Silver. We've got a bold X factor at the rear, the swooping shoulder line, the feline eye-shaped DRL. All across, these small elements add to the impact that the Nexon delivers in terms of design. It doesn't stop with the exteriors alone. In the interiors, great design is fused with great functionality. So in terms of design, we have the layered three-tone dashboard, which is really futuristic, classy. It seems to belong from two segments above. But at the same time, we have a best-in-class boot space. We have a rear AC blower. We have a chill glove box, which is multifunctional. You can keep your cool drinks there. You can keep your pen, your laptop, your iPad. And it's really multifunctional. We have a grand central console. So it's great design married with excellent functionality. SUVs are meant to be powerful. They are meant to take you anywhere that you want, perform in adverse conditions. And with the Nexon, we give you completely two new ground-up, completely newly designed powertrains. Firstly, we have the 1.5-liter turbocharged diesel, the Revotalk diesel, which delivers a groundbreaking 260 Newton meters of torque. On the other hand, we have a very, very sporty and spirited turbocharged dual VVT 1.2-liter petrol engine. Both these deliver class-leading levels of performance and power. It's not only the engines that are new. The gear shift, a 6-speed gearbox married to these outstanding engines, deliver fantastic takeoff performance, but also allow you to cruise very, very comfortably without sacrificing fuel efficiency. On the other hand, we have the now famous multi-drive modes, which have actually become a Tata trademark in the last few cars that we've launched. And these are hugely liked by customers. With the Nexon, there are 3 levels of super drive modes, Eco, City, and Sport. And it actually delivers 3 completely different attitudes of the car to the customer depending on his mood. We said the Nexon was created for the youth, and the youth have to be connected all the time. The last few launches from Tata Motors have already set a benchmark with us delivering best-in-class connectivity and also the sound quality of the infotainment. With Nexon, we take it to the level Nex. Firstly, it comes with Android Auto. The pop-up touchscreen, the floating touchscreen you see is the central console which connects everything, and it allows the customer to connect to his world without taking his eye off the road, without taking his hands off the steering wheel, thanks to the voice control and the voice-activated controls of the car, and voice control of his phone thanks to Android Auto. I spoke about sound quality, and the touchscreen, the floating touchscreen, also liberates the power of finely tuned 8 Harman speakers. And believe me, this car generates a sound quality which even 2 segments above cars would be proud to have. And you can experience it later in the car that you will see. The Nexon takes safety to the next level. We have been uncompromising. Every variant of Nexon comes with dual airbags, ABS, and electronic brake distribution. So that's really uncompromised safety for a customer. It also comes with a strengthened energy-absorbing body shell, which makes the car extremely robust, the way an SUV should be. Now, I'll take you quickly through the variant lineup. As I said, we have a choice of two powertrains, petrol and diesel, which is quite a good advantage for customers willing to buy in a compact SUV. Many of our competitors do not have a petrol engine in their package, whereas we have a petrol engine married to a 6-speed gearbox. The XZ Plus is the top of the line, which carries most of the goodies I just described. It comes with the choice of dual-tone roof. And right down on the other side of the spectrum, we have the XE version. That also is a no-compromise version. It comes with the safety package, as I spoke about, dual airbags, ABS, EBD. It also comes with air conditioning and also has the multi-drive modes. So it's really a very feature-rich package right across the variant range. Quick look at the colors on option. We have the Moroccan blue, which is the trademark color, the launch color. We also have a very, very sporty Vermont red, and we have gray, black, and white to go with it. So that's it. That is level next of SUV for you, ladies and gentlemen. And I won't stand between you and the market launch of the Nexon. So join me in welcoming Nexon into the Indian market. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, friends. We'll have the photo call once again. Thank you so much. We need to proceed with the event, please. Kindly bear with us. Thank you so much. Requesting everybody to settle down, because this is only one part of the excitement. The excitement that you've been waiting for is still to be revealed. And you need to give me just... before that, I think a big round of applause for Shamak Dawar and his team. What a wonderful performance that was. Perfect. So, having set the context in terms of the whole passenger vehicle segment for Tata, in fact, passenger vehicle business for Tata Motors, a little bit about the Level Next experience of Next is On, time to invite the boss, Gunther Buchek, to tell you more about how this Nexon fits into the overall Tata Motors journey, and also tell you about the much awaited pricing. Over to you, Gunther.
Good afternoon, media friends. Our passenger vehicle market is dynamic, as we all know. The fast-moving generation has clear preferences in terms of design and style. To address today's ever-evolving customers, Tata Motors has built a super exciting and powerful product pipeline with a slew of design-aggressive and feature-loaded offerings. If you take a look at 2017, we have had a firework of launches, from the Tiago to the Hexa to the Tigor. Indeed, an eventful year in the history of Tata Motors. Business has been steadily gaining momentum as we have been outperforming the industry. To accelerate this growth, we have rekindled the transformation agenda into a turnaround ambition, with immediate and short-term focus on bringing the business back to profitability by gaining market share across segments, driving major cost reduction initiatives, and efficiency improvements. Our new defining maxim, connecting aspirations, reflects the brand promise Tata Motors offers to its customers. We have always kept our customers and their aspiration at the heart of our business, with the aim to deliver elevation through more individualized experiences in our passenger vehicle offerings. That's what we did in the last year by launching 3 bold products back to back. And today, we connect aspirations again with the Tata Nexon, our much talked about next-gen lifestyle SUV. This is a very special moment for all of us at Tata Motors, and we mark our entry into the growing compact SUV segment. The Nexon is a radical culmination of thinking that began just before the 2014 Auto Expo. It is the result of Tata Motors' intent to break away from the conventional approach of segmentation in its discrete forms and fulfilling a larger set of milieus. Our 4th product on the company's powerful impact design philosophy, the Tata Nexon, brings global and contemporary design with best-in-class technology and features for the ones who would like to express themselves with a unique style of their own. We have consistently pushed the boundaries of automotive engineering by creating new categories of vehicles, and Nexon is an example of this engineering marvel that dovetails dynamism and efficiency in a very expressive manner. The Nexon offers an unparalleled package of fuel efficiency, performance, and style, which got endorsed by the overwhelming and encouraging response from key influencers like you, who test drove the vehicle earlier in Kochi. as I can now sense acute levels of curiosity amongst you for the most important moment of the day. Can we please have the pricing of the Tata Nexon on display, please? And by your reaction, I do see that we have obviously at least hit your expectations by offering the most exciting compact SUV in the Indian market with the most exciting price point of 5.85 lakhs as an introductory offer. Welcome to the Tata Nexon.